Welcome to Unrolled. Are we leaving all that jibber jabber in there?
No, I'll probably cut most of it.
Okay. Welcome to episode 31 of Unrolled, the worst cigar podcast on the internet. My name is Mike. This is Chuck. We're going to smoke cigars, talk about absolutely nothing, really.
Jeff washing the keys to his new Beamer.
No, Mercedes. Get it right.
Whatever.
Get it right.
Still a douchebag car.
Right, get it right. Jeff is probably the weirdest guy I know. He's got to have a luxury car and his magic cards. 2
luxury cars, a magic card, and cards.
Right.
And live in a garage.
You know, just a unique individual. Very unique. Rounds out this story. Rounds it out with weirdness. Anyway, we are on episode 31, and we are broadcasting from the AP1 store. And I don't even know. I just got back a couple days ago. You're leaving in a couple days? Are you taking Friday off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take Friday off.
Okay.
As if I don't take Friday off, then I'll get halfway to Florida and won't know.
And forget something?
Won't know. Well, probably my charger to my one wheel.
That'd probably be what I forget. Nightmare. God, I'm excited to see some footage down there.
There's an SLS shop down there, though. So
nice.
I wouldn't be too bad off.
So are you, the big question, are you going to ride on the beach?
I don't know. So the beach is usually pretty crowded when we go.
Okay, fair enough. Emily's leaving tomorrow. She's going to Telluride, Colorado.
Why?
First off, I thought Telluride was just a shitty Kia. But no, it was named after a beautiful, beautiful town on the other side of the Rockies.
I was going to say, I think that trail that Jeep fell down. Remember that video of that Jeep tumbling down?
Right, yeah, that wicked one.
I think that's between Telluride in a different place.
No shit?
I think so.
Yeah, they're going down for a yoga retreat, and they're supposed to have storms all weekend. So
yeah, it's supposed to rain in Florida all week next week, too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So I did 4 days on the bike and not one drop of rain. I was praying for rain. Any kind of rain. I was hoping cars would wash their windshields in front of me just so I could get some fluid onto me, because it was 99 degrees without any heat index. We're on the middle of the asphalt road with no trees.
So it was more than 99 degrees. So
yeah, it was probably about 115, I would bet. I didn't take my thermostat.
But you had the wind in your face.
Yeah, it's like a blast furnace. So that was neat. Got completely sunburnt to blisters on my forehead, so that's pretty cool. Everything's kind of healing. I'm peeling already on my forehead. SPF 100 stood no chance.
No chance.
No chance. The sun beat out SPF 100. The sun's a cool thing, man. You got to have it to be healthy, but if you have too much, you're unhealthy.
Right. Well,
they
have found a way to make skin cancer cells basically suicide themselves. So
is that right?
So don't worry about it no more.
I don't worry about anything anymore.
By the time it comes along, they'll have it all figured out.
I think this thing on my nose is skin cancer, because it never goes away. And if I peel it, it bleeds for like days. So I don't know what that is. I should probably get checked out. So anyway, we took.
My grandpa used to just pick his fucking skin cancer off and throw it away.
Well, and then eventually it probably quit growing. I got tired of him picking it off.
Right, and he just pick it off, throw it away.
I was kind of loud in my own headphones.
Melanoma the whole time. He was just picking it off, throwing it in the trash.
That's what I'm scared of. It's on my nose. So I need to go to the doctor eventually. So. Got some events coming up. Firefighters are going to come back next month, or
next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Oh, how'd you already know?
I heard you talking about it yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So then we got the diaper party up here this Saturday, and then I'm probably going to close a little early, like after the diaper party. So I'm going to try to get some guys one-wheeling around on playing Jenga. So.
I closed early last Saturday because somebody was supposed to meet me to buy the boat.
Yeah.
And I didn't see no point in. Josh said he'd come back up here, but it was supposed to be like 6:30. I was like, no, Josh is not going to come back up for an hour. There's no point in that. And to wait on the one customer that may show up.
Maybe.
So
The weekend evenings are pretty dead here. It's like it's gangbusters to start the day. Like everybody's getting their cigars for their later on barbecues, and then everybody's at their spot. So, and it's kind of been that way always.
the one guy that shows up between 6 and 7 is always weird.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, can you tell me what oils and botanicals are used in this acid? No,
Right.
I don't know, bud.
Well, I had a new customer come in, and he knew the guys from the church over there.
Oh, cool.
That church.
Right.
They came in while he was in, so they convinced him to sit and smoke the cigar that he bought, that he was just buying, just because he was curious. His
Like first time cigar guy?
his son-in-law is smoking.
Okay.
He smokes a pipe, so I gave him a good deadwood instead of the Idaho
Nice.
Soul, since he
Nice.
smoked a pipe. So they sat over and smoked, but I had a customer, so I didn't get a chance to ask him
What he thought of it.
What he thought of it on his
Yeah.
way out. So
Yeah.
really nice. Him and his wife came in. They bring their dog in,
Nice.
and she goes, "Can I bring the dog in?" I go,
Hell,
"The dog's more welcome here than you are."
Yeah.
And they both laugh. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love when people bring dogs in, you know. So mine's got steady flow. One of my dogs has steady flow of gross shit coming out of his ear. He's going back to the vet for like the 5th time for this.
Take him to Hatter Shell.
No, she's gonna take him to Pope.
Quit taking him to Pope. Take him to a vet that knows what they're talking about.
No, it's going to Pope, to the factory of Pope, because that's all it is now. Just a money factory. They don't care. So the old man sold, and that's it.
Take him to Hatter Shell.
It's
I'm telling
already,
you, if my buddy would have took his dog to Hatter Shell, when he first noticed it, that dog would still been, well, might have been dead by now, but it wouldn't have been dead from that.
so well, it's getting to where so it comes out, right? It comes out of his ears. It works its way out because he shakes it out. But when he shakes it out, there's big old earwax shit on the ceiling, on the walls, and dude, it's this huge black. It looks like a giant fly or something on the wall. And then if you don't catch it right away, it kind of adheres to the wall pretty good. So I'm gonna try to bottle that stuff up and keep it humid. See if I can use it for like JB Weld. I might have a new welding product.
It's disgusting.
Right, new little adhesive product. No, it is gross. It's super gross.
The new customer, not to change this enthralling,
You don't want to talk about my dog's
not
earwax?
completely disgusting story.
I
but,
think
but
it's-
he was asking how they infused the cigars, and I was like, dude,
Right. Yeah,
I know they're not dipped, and that's all I can tell you.
I don't know their methods. I know it's out there, so I mean it's easy to find. I'm not the biggest acid smoker, so I don't really dig in too hard on it. Do you see the photos from that cigar shop down in Oklahoma?
Yeah,
Dude, I walked in and I was
the
like,
wall.
yeah, that was an old smokehouse, like a barbecue place. And so they ripped out a bunch of walls and they kept. So they had the fake tin ceiling tiles.
Yeah,
They had just a few of those put up, but the rest of the ceiling was really, really crappy. We're 10 minutes in. We got a timer there. So anyway, we were talking about the downtown Alton shop, how I'm putting cigar box lids on it so that way I can cover up the holes. And she goes, "Well, you see those fake tins up there?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "That's what we're doing." It was just they're both ConocoPhillips employees because there's a Conoco down there at Ponca City, and they've been down there for 25 years. Between her and her husband both work down there. So
damn.
yeah, so they're more inside. Like she delegates how many travelers come in, and then looks over the numbers and stuff to make sure that she starts kicking them out whenever the jobs start getting light. So whenever they have a turnaround and stuff
right,
like that, she
right.
kind of controls personnel for turnaround. She was fantastic. It was fun talking shop with her. She had some pretty good cigars, and there's actually a guy. They have a liquor license; they can drink and smoke there. So interesting fact about Oklahoma: you can't buy cigars from a outside of the state wholesaler. You have to buy from in-state wholesalers.
So how's that work?
You have to get a wholesale license, pay another $500 to the state to become a wholesaler. I was like, but they have a real low tax, so
that they can buy from other people from outside.
from outside the state. So they're actually a wholesaler for a couple of the smaller places around Ponca City, which there's not a lot.
Right.
Ponca City, we got to tour it a little bit, riding around trying to find air conditioning places to hang out in. And so we've part of it was just giant houses that look like they were Edwardsville houses. And then the other side was just like Wild West looking Jerseyville towns. Like,
It's the way Cedar City used to be.
really? It was such a stark difference. Like, I'm talking like brick roads and like all the old storefronts in the original downtown, and then like big spreads and nice stores on the other side of town.
Well, Cedar City had nice buildings, but it was like an older downtown kind of an area. That they had been just updated, just
Right.
eventually put new, like the laundromat was a new building, and they had a Walmart, but it also had all the old buildings too. When we went through in '99, me and Bronson, when we went through in '99, that's all there was. The high, you had that main street, and then you had the highway, and there was nothing on the other side but desert, and then there was nothing on the left side of town, I guess, if you'd call it, I don't know, east or west or whatever.
Right.
But there was a mountain, so you couldn't go no further that direction. And then on the other, there was the main drag, and then the highway. Well, there was some, little alleys and stuff, of course. But,
Right.
And then the highway, and then there was nothing but desert. And then I went back through in '02. I went back through in '02, I think it was, and there was nothing but housing development on the other side of that highway.
Oh wow, yeah. There was it was so
A lot of housing development.
so they have oil down there. They got the little rigs going, everywhere. So obviously there's some oil down there. Plus they have the refinery. So a lot of the big houses were from when the refinery was getting started. So they would build these really big ass houses, like all the people were making good money.
Right.
Well, then bigger refineries open, people retire, people move out or whatever, and so these big ass houses are going pretty cheap down there. So like 3,500 to 5,000 square foot houses are it's the town's 27,000 people. It's much like Alton, and then the difference is there's not a lot around it. It's kind of just right there, and it's basically to support the refinery.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was cool to ride around it. It's hot as hell. We went to so we're at the cigar shop. One of the cigar shop customers said, "Where are you guys going next?" And like, "Oh, we're gonna find something to eat because our goal was to stay indoors until the sun started going down."
Right.
And then so we went to so they recommend this guy, this old timer. He's like, "Oh, you got to go to this one restaurant. It's at the airport." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Ask for the chips and salsa," like it was a secret password, right? And I was like, "Okay." And then so I'm talking to Julie, the lady that owns the cigar shop, and she goes, I was like, "Yeah, I guess we're going to Enrique's." The guy over there said, it's pretty good. She goes, "Oh, hey, ask for the chips and salsa." And I was like, "Okay." So a third person says something, right? And then they go, they're like, "Oh man, you gotta ask for the chips and salsa." I was like, "What the fuck is going on with this chips and salsa, man? This better be the greatest chips and salsa ever." So we ride to the airport. It's only like a couple miles from the cigar shop. So we ride to the airport, much like Bethalto Airport, right? It's got a little restaurant there in it, small regional airport. The restaurant, the difference than Bethalto, the restaurant is actually in the tower, and the tower is about 2 stories. I was like, and there's no real signage. It just like a little banner says Enrique's. And so we go in, and there's 8.5 by 11 piece of paper on the window, and it says, "No one showed up for work today. Come see us tomorrow, hopefully." I was like, "Fuck, man." So I didn't know if that's when I asked for chips and salsa. It was like, is that how you get in?
Right.
I didn't know if that was the password.
Man, could have been.
Nope, it wasn't, because no one was there to ask. It was completely dark, empty. Phone was ringing off the hook. I was like, okay, well. So we went somewhere else, and it was garbage. It was like eating most of the Mexican around here. So, but they had tequila, so it worked.
Whose coffee's on the back of your truck?
Whose coffee? Oh, it's mine. I was carrying stuff in from Sam's. It's empty. I was just going to throw it away. I hit a really cool bump this morning, and all the lights came on.
On the truck?
Yeah, it's not limited on power, but
What do you mean all the lights came on?
service the traction control, brake light came on, check engine light came on.
How can that be?
I don't know. It's the first time it's done it. So I started and stopped it 3 times, just, going to get Emily, this and that. And all those lights came off. I hear it clicking under the dash, like a relay clicking
Right.
under the dash, and it came on.
Well, don't hit the bumps.
Right. So
Don't hit whatever bump that was, at least.
I got a little shimmy at 80, so I don't know if I've knocked something loose. So I'm not sure.
You shouldn't have been able to knock anything loose.
I don't know. So it's got a little vibration at 80 right now. So it's rare that I can do 80, but
That's odd.
yeah, all of them came on. So eventually all the lights went off.
Christmas time.
Right. Eventually all the lights went off except for the check engine light, much like when we first did it. Except for I'm not limited on speed right now. So, which is great, because that would have made the trip really long coming back from Sam's, doing 43 miles an hour on 255. But, but when I started, we loaded it up the truck, and I started then, and I hit like nothing, right? Just, I was pulling out of the parking lot of Sam's, and I heard the electrical clicking, and then all the lights came on again. So, it says service electronic stable, whatever control. So, interesting. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, so it might be a wire loose from that. There's a road in Alton, and it's got basically just a ditch dug out, and I hit it fairly slow, but it's still fucking slammed, right? So anyway,
I don't know. That's odd. That's really odd.
yeah, no, I've hit harder bumps than that, and nothing's ever happened. So
Nothing should have came loose. Nothing's.
well, I'm gonna get the oil changed on it.
Did you hear the rear end bottom out or anything like that?
Not really.
Not really.
I don't know. I just heard the electrical clicking because that's
If you didn't hear the rear end bottom out, then
yeah.
I don't know. Nothing. No, there's nothing to come loose. Everything's bolted in. I checked everything.
I don't know if it's jarring, like where the sensors are on the brakes.
Yeah, that's why I asked if you heard the rear end bottom out, because there's wires on top of it.
Right. So I'm going to take it to low to throw it on the lift, do the oil change, really later this week or next week. So I'm going to steal
Does that take that stupid Dexos or whatever?
for the coolant.
020? No.
Oh, I don't know.
No, the oil.
No, I don't know.
I had to buy that 020 oil for the cruise. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what the? It's 020.
Yeah, I'm going to try
I
to
just throw straight 30 weight in it, and that what zero means anyway.
Well. So Emily's gonna be gone, so I'm gonna drive her car. So I'm gonna have them check all the sensors and stuff, see if they can even scan it. If they got something new enough to scan it. Tell it to stop lighting up. And I was like, well, that's pretty. I was like,
$35 for a gallon of oil.
holy crap,
020.
that's not really that bad.
I bought what it wanted, so
That's good of you.
I thought I'll just fucking pour 30 weight in this thing. It'll be cheaper, straight 30. But it's some sort of synthetic crap for GM, so
Yeah,
you can't just pour straight 30 weight in it.
It's probably the same. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw it up on the lift and check sensors and see what happens to it. So I relisted my wheels and tires.
I seen that.
Yeah, I had to. Well, I'm trying to make room in the garage so I can put your shit in there. So I figured I'd sell those real quick instead of hauling them up here. So
Just haul them up here. Everything else is up here.
yeah, well, if I can just sell them out of the house real quick.
What would have been cool? What would have been cool is if I could have just drove the van up here and stored it.
Right. There's so many cars though.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have a garage soon. Why is there water?
Water.
Floor right there. I see water on the floor.
Oh, I don't.
So I got a bill from John. So I guess the ceiling's
Yeah.
supposedly done
Yeah.
Yeah.
$8 grand for
for
a
what?
day and a half.
I don't know. yeah, seems like there should be more done. So we're gonna make some calls, and I got to go out there and check everything. Stay on that.
Eight grand for a bricklayer to come out and a 12-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Two different companies.
Yeah, they didn't do any of it.
The 12-year-old was not part of the bricklayer. He was the roofer.
Yeah, but he was the translator and the foreman. So, and I liked him. Like, we're getting together a material list. All right, little man, you do you.
I moved their cones Friday.
Oh, I threw them when I showed up because one was out in our parking lot. So I just threw 'em.
Well, the ones that were on this side is because I left them. I left them on this side.
Right.
So try to deter people from, and I think it worked.
Really?
Because they were full and only one car parked over here.
Holy
I
crap!
think it worked.
Wow. Oh, I threw those.
But I went over there to get lunch Friday, and I said, "Hey, when are you going to move these cones?" And he goes, I'm going to get to it. I'm busy." And I thought, well, I'm going to move them now before you get busy, and I have to scream at people all night.
Right.
So I went out there and moved them while I waited for them to fix my food.
Yeah, I threw them because they're in our lot. I mean, whoever did their asphalt just blew all the shit in our fucking.
I meant to bring my leaf blower up here yesterday.
I got mine floating around. I think it's right over there where I clean the patio. So I'm gonna get the front cleaned up. Emily's doing dishes right now, so I can get this place ready for.
Were we gonna go look at Glenwood?
Yeah, we're going to do that after the podcast. Josh gets up here.
All right.
So I got Josh working today. So I didn't know if you had some prep stuff you could do for the trip.
Did that yesterday.
Cool.
That's what I was doing yesterday.
But yeah, we're gonna go in there. I think we should film in there for Unrolled. Not a podcast, but no, just phone stuff.
Instagram.
Yeah. See how bad it is. First impression walk-in. If you want, we can drive that Jeep Grand Cherokee there. No,
Thanks.
and just drive it right into the building.
That's a hard pass.
Dude, that is the scariest thing.
Well, we got to take the carpet cleaner over there. You know the carpet's going to need cleaned.
Oh yeah, we'll have to clean the carpets. So, yeah, there's the vacuum or the carpet cleaner.
The carpet cleaner.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot, I'm sure. So, might as well load up truck, throw some stuff in there. So,
carpet cleaner's the first thing that needs to go. It's for sure you're gonna.
Oh yeah,
carpet, for sure.
So, get it all remodeled and ready to go. So, turnaround's coming. There's 3 turnarounds this year. 3 turnarounds.
I mean,
$200 a week.
I mean,
right? We'll get it all.
So that's $400 a week.
$400 a week.
2 bedrooms.
Right. A week. That's $1,600 a month of paying people.
Technically, if they don't want any privacy, then it can be 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, we can put that living room could be a third. Like throw a bed there or like a sleeper sofa. I was gonna hit up Mike and start grabbing stuff because it's not coming till like August, September, so we got plenty of time.
Right.
So, but if we make $1,600 a week or $1,600 a month on that for 3 different turnarounds, I think it's a fantastic idea.
How long is turnaround?
Well, it's gonna be a 6-week each time. So. And there's 3 of them, 6 to 8 weeks each time. And then once we're in, we're in.
Right.
Then they keep coming back.
Right.
So, stay tuned after this commercial break. We're going to unroll a cigar I picked up. It is a Ricochet from Barbara La Barbara. Fuck yeah! Oh, and we're back. That was a fantastic commercial break.
Right. We need another one.
Why do you have 6 hours and 24?
Oh, I don't know, because it's an iPhone and iPhones are garbage.
Every phone is garbage to you.
This thing is the worst phone I've ever had in my life. It updated. Now it doesn't get cellular service for shit. Gee, isn't that funny?
Turn it off and back on. That way it knows that you're there. That way it knows you're where you're at. So 4 of you going? Alexa's friend going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. 12 hours.
Is there any shuttle launches or anything? I mean, probably gonna get
Monday,
scrubbed.
Monday at 5 o'clock.
Is it? You think it might? Is it
No,
rain on Monday?
It rains every day we're down there anyway.
Right.
Normally it'll rain for about 20 minutes and it blows right over.
Right. It's Florida shit.
Right.
So who's launching on Monday?
SpaceX.
No, that's awesome.
Those
So
are
you get
the
to
ones.
watch it come back
Yep.
too. Fuck, that's cool.
You don't really get, I mean, you can see it come back, but it's not like.
You
it's
can
not-
see the landing or anything. You're
no,
far from
you
that,
can't,
right?
Yeah, you can't see. The landing's out in the middle of the Atlantic somewhere.
Right.
So,
Oh, it's
So-
like really?
yeah, it's tied to a drone ship. So the,
No
the
kidding.
drone ship detects where it's coming down at, and they line up.
No way.
Yep.
Well, that's impressive.
Yep.
So why don't they land it on land? Just in case there's a
I guess in case it explodes. I guess that's why it's a drone ship too. In
right.
case
So
something
there's
malfunctions.
no
and-
people out
right.
there. So how big is that drone ship?
I don't know.
I wonder if you can see that go out.
I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool.
I bet it goes out a couple hours before,
Right.
like hours and hours before.
Do you think that's electric or?
I mean, because you can see it land. Yeah, that's a good question too. It's SpaceX. so-
Right. I
That's a
mean,
good
well, the
question, too.
rocket's using fuel.
Right. But you can see it. I mean, you get to watch it. You can see it come back down. What's really cool about it is that you can see when you see it going up. You don't hear the sound until the rocket's like up there a little ways, and then you
Right.
start hearing the sound. And it's the same thing when it comes back down.
So it'll almost land
so-
before.
yeah, almost.
Right. Yeah, because I mean
It's almost out of eyesight before you can hear it.
that's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, they had an air show over in Chesterfield last weekend before. I don't know. I like watching planes fly. I think it's pretty neat.
There's an airport right there.
I know, but nobody really flies it around too much. Roberto does.
Them biplanes
Yeah.
come out of there all the time. I see them biplanes all the time.
Right.
Usually this time of year, I'm not seeing them this time of year. Actually, thinking about it now.
Wonder if
Usually they're out this time of year.
I wonder if it's too hot. You know, they don't have air conditioning, so
Yeah, but they're in the sky
closer to the sun.
and calm down, Icarus.
It's hot.
Settle down.
Hot.
But they got the wind in their face.
Yeah. Yeah, I had the wind in my face at 100 miles an hour. It was still really, really hot. Really, really hot. It was miserable, especially riding west. That was the worst part.
Which was more miserable?
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, riding in 40 degrees and pouring down rain
Yeah.
was definitely way more miserable
I
than.
figured.
Yeah.
I figured it was the first one.
No, yeah. So I had 2 hours. I had a 2-hour breakdown. That was cool. I hit a super sweet hole on 270. Dropped the panel of the bike that's got the wires on it.
Right.
So you yank the wires out of the coil, but you don't know that until you check all the other stuff, right? Spark
Right.
plugs, wires. Pulled the coil apart, which didn't come off easily. So it took 2 of us to undo one nut on the coil that holds it to the bracket, because it was a rivet that went in,
Right.
and so when the rivet went in, it was just spinning in the metal, so it didn't grab the metal. So you could spin the nut all day because everything, because it's a nylon nut.
Right.
So that was fun. So we needed one person with a screwdriver, and then there was just very little room to work. So, and we were doing it in a 7-Eleven parking lot with a cool little sapling for shade. So we lost all the morning sun and drive time. So by the time we were actually on the road,
You're heading straight into it.
pretty much it was on top of us, burning us, and then in our face all the way in. We got in right at 9, and Chris was checking us in, and I went over to the restaurant, and we stayed in the casino Thursday night. So I go over to the restaurant. I was like, I walk up, I see the sign that says I see the sign that says the restaurant closes at 9. I look at my watch. It's 9:03. I said, bro, we rode 12 hours. I need a steak, 2 steaks, a couple sides, some beer. And they're like, well, kitchen's closed. I'm like, well, open it back up.
Right.
I'm like, I'm staying here. I'm like, we're staying here. This is, where's our courtesy?
Oh, it was a restaurant in the motel?
It was a casino. So,
Whatever.
yeah, it was Indian casino.
Right.
So, it had a restaurant, had a convenience store next to it with a gas station.
You went to an Indian casino
Uh-huh.
and demanded that they feed you.
Yes.
And some Indian dudes like fucking white people.
Right. Entitled as white people.
Right.
So, it was, so then we hopped back on the bikes. We didn't even unpack because there's a restaurant next to it called Fraser's. So we went over there and got a couple prime ribs and then ate food. And then the hotel, hold on a second. Hey, that's a mop thing, not a paper towel thing. I wonder if because she was doing dishes in that sink.
It's not all the time.
I wonder if it's because that sink was running.
I don't know.
I just don't understand why it's leaking now and hasn't leaked in the last year, 2 years.
No, that's the second time it's done it.
Well, I know, but I mean, out of all the years, it's just now doing it.
But I don't. Yeah, right. Why is it doing it? Though?
Right. Well, when you turn that sink on, too, it's got air in it. So it must be from right there.
I guess it could be. Yeah.
Yep. She's funny. She grabbed like 3 paper towels. She didn't know there's a swimming pool in the utility closet. The fuck who heck gonna do?
I do not know. All right. Just bringing somebody money.
Thanks, buddy.
You know how the bills are there. They're getting pretty crazy. I go up to 100. It's only fair.
Yeah, they're super crazy. I'm gonna need you to go up about $600.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah, 9,
Yeah.
10.
Rent's going up.
Mm-hmm.
Storage.
Fixing about landlords.
Storage.
Yeah, automobile storage is an extra 100 a month.
Right. You can afford it,
Right.
Mr. Mercedes.
Right.
No, that doesn't mean I can afford it. I'm broke.
That's why he can't afford it.
All right. That
That's
means
why
I
he can't.
can't. That's why I can't afford it.
That's why dude can't get out of the garage. It's got.
For the $300 keys.
Did you?
I've got
Did you-
$1,500 worth of car payments.
Did you dry it? Just throw it in the dryer.
Just throw it in the dryer.
You already washed it, bro.
Right.
No, seriously, throw it in the dryer so it dries
Tide
out.
gives me an extra 10 feet of signal.
Huh?
Tide gives me an extra 10 feet of signal.
Right, it might. Dude, no point in washing electronics without drying them.
Yeah.
So, did you get 2 keys? Oh, you got 3. Oh, you're fine. You got 2 more loads of laundry to do.
What have I done any better?
Right. You can do that 2 more times.
Right. Yeah. I washed one of those Firebird lighters. Then Ginger found it in the dryer, banging around.
I've watched like 3 or 4 of them Firebird
And they
lighters.
still work.
Washed them. I threw one away. Jay brung one in. It was all cracked, and I said, he goes, fill this. And I go, no.
Let's not explode today.
It was all. Remember when I wiped Steve's down with alcohol?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yep.
It was all cracked like that. And I was like, no.
Nope.
Well, but it's my lighter. And I said, no, I'm throwing it away, Jay.
Right.
And then I just gave him it.
Yeah, sure.
Ready to talk about your motorcycle trip?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it was hot.
How's your butt feeling?
It's almost back to normal right now.
You got a solid rear end, don't you?
No, it's a Sportster rear end. So, but the ride's still not good because the seat's like this thick, and
Right.
really you're just feeling metal. But so I did a cool thing though. The way I packed the bike, I had my so I had like one big hiking backpack, and then so the bottom of it was closed, and well most of it was closed, and so I had it kind of sitting over the seat. So what I did was, it's the reason I love this bike is because
backrest.
I had a little bit of a backrest, which is cool, but then I just pushed up on the pegs and sat on it, and so that got air under my pants, and because that's what you're really feeling is the hot spots. So, but yeah, it made me a little top heavy on the bike to ride, but it was definitely a seat. You had to change positions. I mean, 10 hours on any seat is going to be uncomfortable. I don't care how much foam you have.
For sure.
So
In any seat.
I think I'm going to change my seat though. I think I'm going to go to a king and queen seat.
Yeah, I heard you talking about that. yesterday, too.
I really want that. I think big ass sissy bar, king queen seat, and then I might do some highway pegs up high, and then just lay down and ride. It's way more comfortable. Huh?
Put an office chair on.
Well, maybe like a zero gravity lawn chair. I'll just put that on there. You know, that's the one thing we never
Just turn it into a recumbent motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just a lawn chair with a motor back on.
You know, I was thinking about adding 2 more wheels and air conditioning, and
Right.
then I can and a windshield. I'm not putting a sidecar on there because I can't ride it from a sidecar. Make the whole thing a sidecar. No, you know, and Hinkle and I, it's funny because you know his van easily pull that trailer. I could bolt down a couple wheel chocks and some tie downs.
Right.
And we could have easily been there in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But instead, 12 hours there, and we left at 8 a.m. and we got back at 7:30, maybe 6:30.
Has anybody else trailered their bike in?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not a thing. A couple of people do. One guy rode from Ohio, so he beat us on the longest distance in, and he rode solo by himself, and something I probably wouldn't ride from my house to here, like just from the looks of it. That dude rode from Ohio, so that was pretty cool. There's folks from San Antonio that rode up. There was a 17-year-old that illegally rode up from Texas. So him, his dad, and his mom and dad pulled a little trailer.
Right.
And so they were camped out next to us, so they were pretty cool. The dad snapped his suicide shifter on one of the games. He just like slams it in the gear and snaps it.
Right.
But Dad also was kickstarting with no shoes on. Straight barbarian, bro.
Jesus.
Straight barbarian dudes. The kid was 17, man, and just I think he had the time of his life. You know, it was just, you know, there's boobs out. There's, you know, a pool full of naked people. I mean, I'm sure he had a blast, you know. So, but yeah, Mom and Dad were super cool. I mean, it's like a music festival / hippie camp / chopper fest. All that heat, all the alcohol, all the, you know, all the people. There's 150, 200 people there.
Damn.
Not one incident. Not one. Nobody even yelled at each other. It's really everybody's just there. I mean, because.
Well, I overheard somebody stroking somebody's face.
Well, there's a couple guys on mushrooms. So,
okay.
Yeah, so one guy on mushrooms, supposedly he was puking at 3 a.m., but I was asleep. But at one point, he went over to another hammock, and there was a guy laying there, and he caressed his beard. He was caressing his beard.
It's a nice beard.
Yeah, and so this guy was super tall. I posted a picture of him smoking a Table 36 cigar. It was funny through the weekend watching how little clothes everybody was wearing. And this dude, yeah, it was. This dude cut his shorts down to damn near a thong. And same guy. He was fun. He was a fun guy. He had a newer bagger, one of the few baggers that were actually there.
Right.
And because it's a chopper fest, not a bagger fest. But anyway, he went to do a burnout in front of the band, and because the band's like, hey, we need a couple bikes to do a burnout. So here comes this drunk guy, right? Fresh off his mushroom trip. Now he's on the alcohol, you know, bender. Hops up on his bike, runs up in front of the band, trying to do a burnout. Everybody's holding the front of his bike, you know. No tire spin. Remember, it's a new bagger, right?
Right.
So no tire spin. And so he's trying and trying. Well, then here comes another guy. I deemed his name Robin Williams, the way he talks, acts, jerks around, I mean, he's like a severe Robin Williams.
Right.
And anyway, he rolls up to do a burnout, but the only thing he's wearing is his boots. He's not wearing any clothes at all, just his boots and his goggles, just in case a bug flies in his eye.
Well, you know.
So he
Safety first.
He tries to do a burnout for some reason. I don't think he does. But then so now he's mad about it. So he goes around the corner and he gooses it in the grass and wipes out naked. So there was that. Yeah, there was that. There's way more male genitalia out than I would have preferred to see. But yeah, so it kind of felt like it sometimes, but it was all in good fun. So It's just a bunch of free spirits, man. It really was. It's like there's a whole culture that was really fun to be around for a weekend.
You wouldn't want to be around it all the time.
You know what? There's got to be an ugly side of it. I mean, I saw a lot of ugly sides of it, but
Right.
but there's got to be an actual ugly side of it. But it didn't show its face over the weekend, and that was prime ingredients for that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're irritated because of the heat. The only thing in the coolers were alcohol and water. So Liquid Death actually sponsors this
Oh, really?
rally. Yeah, so they sent cases and cases of Liquid Death. So at one point I opened one because it was dark, right? I opened one, I take a drink because this cooler was nothing but water.
Right.
And then I thought I had a stroke because I tasted flavors. So, but it was flavored Liquid Death. I was like, fuck, I'm having a stroke.
Oh, they make flavored Liquid Death? too?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. Huh? No, Liquid
No,
Death
it's
is
just
just water. And it's in cans. They're trying to get rid of the plastic.
They
That's
make
their-
everybody mad because their logos and their
No.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there's a I think there's even a group on the internet now that
Is dedicated to hating them?
yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, they sponsor with, they want no recognition. They just sponsor just to sponsor. Keep everybody hydrated. Very, very cool. Yeah, it's last year there was probably 50 of us, right?
Right.
This year's because of the weather.
Right.
This year there's probably 200 people, 150, 200 people. Nobody really did a bike count, but there were bikes scattered everywhere. I mean, 70s vans and bikes everywhere. So definitely neat. Sales call went really well at the cigar shop. I showed up in like a 2-day-old shirt that reeked of the road and sweat, and sat there.
Still the best smelling guy there.
No, it's a cool little lounge, man. It really is. It's kind of the combination between these two lounges. So this one and the Alton one. It was really neat. Chairs were comfortable. I really like the chairs, and the people are just down to earth as shit. So.
Right. Let's hack that cigar up. What is it?
It's La Barbara, the Ricochet. So it's the ones with the straight blades on them.
Okay.
So we have
okay.
Yeah.
I see it now.
I see it better than that.
Just look like an A to me. It's the ones with the A on them.
Oh. So we don't have a cutter, so we're gonna have to.
Actually unroll
I
it.
actually have to unroll it from the torpedo top. No.
Not the knife's right there.
Oh, and I actually have a cutter in my pocket still.
Oh.
I forgot I had a cutter in the pocket. I'm gonna peel this cap.
Is it gonna have two caps? Is it gonna have like a cap?
No, it's
under a
not that
cap?
brand, but it's from the same guy. So it's from Jimmy, right?
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy, I believe was his name.
Tommy. Yeah, Tommy Klein.
That sounds about right.
So shout out to Tommy. These cigars are pretty good, man. We're gonna get some in the shops. I gotta get some. Guess who stopped by the Alton shop over the weekend?
Who?
The Fuente rep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Guess what shop he doesn't stop by? This one.
The one that's been here the longest.
Right. Well, he's been here twice. He's been here twice.
This is like the top gear of the cigar shops.
What?
This is like the top gear of the cigar shops.
You know what, Jeff? That's
Man,
well.
been
What
here twice.
what does Top Gear do?
Right.
Stupid shit all day.
Right.
Right. This is pretty much the Top Gear of cigar shops.
It's almost the time for burnouts to go COVID. Go get no money.
Well, yeah. Bring Alexis up.
Right.
That was the wrapper leaf. It was kind of thin. One little strip. It's not a real big cigar though. Came off beautifully. Especially since I don't have a cut or anything.
Right.
How was the Previa coming
Nah,
along?
he ain't done nothing to it.
Well, he just got his power back on.
Just asked me for money, and then I've been gonna give him shit about it. But I'm trying to get my insurance shit dealt with before I leave, so I don't have to think about it.
It sounded like you were getting pretty far. So the binder on this guy's got a
Actually doing something now. So.
yeah. Sounded like it. Binder had 2 pieces in there, almost double binded, but it's probably just to do full cover. Look at that. Look at that. Should we?
Right.
Yeah, do that nerdy shit.
Right.
Actually, it smelled really good. I was doing nerdy stuff, but it actually smelled really good. I had
I'm just always curious of what's inside when we know that the wrapper's going to be one leaf and
Yeah.
the binder's probably going to be one leaf.
right.
What's inside?
What's inside?
That's the question.
There's a little piece there.
Well, yeah, but that's probably just because you're breaking it apart.
There's a
No, is
no. Well, I gotta get it into the light so I can see.
it?
Yeah, it's good full filler, long filler, not full filler. There's a piece there. So they bunched it up.
Right.
This one's got 2 pieces in it. So let's see if I can unroll it. It's a pretty nice piece. It's a little spotty on that one. A little spotty. No prominent sticks.
No sticks.
No sticks. No
No
seeds.
seeds. No stems.
No stems. Name that song in the comments.
My one of my favorite things was finding a nice big juicy stem to chew on.
You know, me too. That's why I like that. That's why I like that dirt weed.
Right.
And I always pull out a big old stem to chew on.
Right.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it's all good long pieces. So, like the inside filler's got a little bit of, some extra, smaller pieces. And that could have broke off during the bunching process for it.
Well, you had to unroll. I mean, I'm sure it didn't.
When they're
You're gonna get
when they're
yeah.
bunching it, it's gonna break in there, and
Well, and plus,
then-
when you're unrolling it,
yeah,
it's gonna
when I
break in
unroll
there.
it. So
I'm sure it's not going to come apart.
these La Barbas, they got a, I don't know, fairly decent price tag. It's not the cheapest cigar, but it's not the most expensive. So I mean, I think you're getting a great cigar for the $1 there.
Right.
Mainly because I'm going to carry them, so I want people to buy them. Oh man, yeah, I think we're going to go film some stuff down at the Alton or at the G Wood house,
Yeah.
and
Can't wait to see that.
all right, we'll load up the carpet.
Are they
cleaner.
out? Are you sure they're out?
No, because he didn't text me. So
Yeah. He's
So,
out today.
he's out today. We're gonna be asking him to go. Maybe we'll fill the truck up with trash and bring it up here.
Oh, that don't sound like something that.
And there's no AC in the house, so that's pretty awesome. So we gotta find a cheap window unit. That way.
Josh just sold some window units.
Ah, damn it! Did he really?
Yep.
Still that one in the back.
Is there? Is there? Oh, the roll around one.
Josh?
That could help during construction.
He sold them up here, actually.
Nice.
He brought them up here to sell them.
Do we get 10%?
Right. Right. All right. Like the Instagram page, Unrolled Cigar Podcast. Facebook page is Unrolled.
This won't drop tomorrow, Wednesday, but the Wednesday after.
The Wednesday after. Tomorrow's Wednesday is already being uploaded right now.
Awesome. And then you're gonna be gone the following week,
Well, this week. That's
Okay.
this week. That's the one we're filming right now. The one I'm going with.
and then you'll be back in time to do.
Yep.
Then we'll be back on.
Yep.
Record Tuesday or Wednesday.
So I'm trying to figure out how to do live on YouTube.
I saw the option.
Yeah, but can we both go live like a Zoom
Oh.
thing? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
I
Like,
don't know.
Kind of like what we do on Instagram lives. How we
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
people in.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, we could probably do that.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
I just don't know how to get that to
In
YouTube.
Florida. Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know.
We could burn something, find something local down there, just cigar wise, and bring it back
Right.
too. We'll unroll it. If we-
Right.
or you can unroll it from down there.
Yeah, I
got-
don't know. We'll do something.
You got to hold
Figure
your
something
phone
out.
and try to unroll a cigar.
Well, where we stay's got a nice little patio table, so I can just set my phone up on the umbrella.
Nice. All right, so we're down to the last 30 seconds. So
Yep.
like us on Unrolled Cigar Podcast on the Instagram. We, if you found us here, hopefully you've already hit subscribe. We're up to like 111, 112?
114.
114.
14.
God, people are
We
paying.
are only 4,000. We're only 3,400
You're going to run out of time before
watch
you do this
hours.
math.
We're only 3,400 something watch hours from the 4,000 that we need, and we're only 886 from the subscribers.
Yeah, till we give away a Toyota Previa.
No. So we gave away a Dodge Dakota.
Nope. Toyota Previa. Oh, Saturn View. Give away a Saturn
Yes,
View.
there you go. We'll give away that View.
But we're going to
'cause
send it first.
I'm not going to be able to sell it anyway. So,
Oh, man. Hey, let's give away the freaking Death Wobble Cherokee.
I don't think we should.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, right. That
Bro.
one's going to have to go with a waiver.
Bro, I'm going to put dildos in there and yeah, wedding parties. Like bachelorette parties. I'm just going to put them in there and drive them around.
And on that note,